When Facebook announced in February 2014 that it was purchasing mobile messaging startup WhatsApp for $19 billion, it caused quite a stir. The startup's co-founder quickly became the most talked about entrepreneur. WhatsApp floored Mark Zuckerberg so much that a record offer was made so the two could become friends. There's always a story and a price to pay for success, and this poor immigrant was no different. Koum grew up in a small village near Kiev, Ukraine, as the only child of a housewife and a construction manager who built hospitals and schools. His house had no running water. His parents avoided using the phone for fear of being wiretapped by the government. As a result of the troubling political and anti-Semitic environment, Koum and his mother immigrated to Mountain View, California at the age of 16 and received government assistance for a small two-bedroom apartment. His father never returned. To avoid paying for school supplies in the United States, Koum's mother had stuffed their suitcases with pens and a stack of 20 Soviet-issued notebooks. To make ends meet, she started babysitting, and Koum swept the floor of a grocery store. When his mother was diagnosed with cancer, they had to rely on her disability payments. Koum was a mischievous student in school, but by the age of 18, he had taught himself computer networking by purchasing manuals from a used bookstore and returning them when he was finished. He was an expert computer hacker by the age of 18. In 1997, Koum was hired as an infrastructure engineer by Yahoo, shortly after meeting Brian Acton while working as a security tester at Ernst & Young. Koum purchased an iPhone in January 2009, unaware that it would spawn a whole new industry of apps. Koum was a self-starter and quick learner who wasn't afraid of hard work, despite his circumstances. Koum taught himself computer programming 2 years after moving to the United States. He also received hands-on cybersecurity training by joining the elite hacking group W00W00, or Woo Woo. I had so much fun learning about networking, security, scalability, and other geeky stuff in the early days. While working on a project at Yahoo, he met his future business partner, Brian Acton. The two immediately hit it off. Several months later, Koum applied for a job at Yahoo and stayed for nearly a decade. Feeling unfulfilled at their professions, the duo quit on Halloween in 2007 and traveled to South America for a year. During this time, they both applied for jobs at Facebook, but were both turned down. Ironically, neither could have predicted that Facebook would come knocking on their door in a few years, increasing Koum and Acton's net worth by billions. When the duo returned to the United States, they debated whether they should work for another company or start their own. As new technologies such as Skype emerged, Koum began to formulate ideas for how to improve user experience. His own personal experiences influenced him. Communication with his family was irregular when he was a teenager because it was prohibitively expensive. He wanted to help others in similar situations by developing an easy-to-use cross-platform messaging app that made phone calls and texts more accessible to friends and family. Koum discovered a face for messaging apps while evaluating the App Store on his new iPhone. In early 2009, he met with a friend, Alex Fishman, who assisted him in fleshing out his vision for a new app. Fishman also put him in touch with a Russian developer who could work on the messaging platform's front end. On Koum's birthday, February 24th, he met his soon-to-be WhatsApp co-founder Acton for Ultimate Frisbee, one of their favorite pastimes. It was here that he pitched his messaging service concept. The company was incorporated as WhatsApp Inc. on the same day. Only a few months after its conception, the WhatsApp app was released on May 3, 2009. Koum did not achieve overnight success. WhatsApp was extremely unpopular when it was first made available to the public. The product had a small user base and was constantly crashing. Koum was ready to give up and find another job, but thanks to Acton's motivation and encouragement, he chose not to abandon his dream. However, Koum's fortunes appeared to change when Apple released push notifications, which allowed WhatsApp to notify users when they received a message. The app was modified to become an instant messaging app, allowing users to message contacts all over the world for free. The SMS-like feature gained popularity, and WhatsApp's popularity and user base grew. This move altered the entire game plan. Koum revised his strategy to center the app on users' social networks. Furthermore, prior to the relaunch of WhatsApp, Acton stepped in to assist with investments and business strategy. The release of the new version in September was a huge success. According to Brian Acton, the company experienced rapid growth following this, resulting in experimentation with various business models. When we were free, we grew extremely quickly, with 10,000 downloads per day, and once we got paid, we started declining, down to 1,000 a day. This allowed the company to expand at a manageable rate. After the first year of operation, the company settled on an annual fee of 99 cents. The pair had discovered the right formula as growth and profits skyrocketed. With the new launch's success, the company began looking for investors to help their messaging service scale. Acton persuaded several former Yahoo colleagues to invest $250,000 in the company that October. While Acton handled business relations, Koum continued to work on improving the app and making it more user-friendly. Although WhatsApp showed signs of promising growth, it was not cheap to run. For example, the cost of SMS verification texts cost the company thousands of dollars per month, far exceeding their $5,000 monthly profit in 2010. Despite this, the founders agreed not to take a salary during the first few years. They also put money from their life savings into their startup. Their perseverance, dedication, and hard work were rewarded. By 2011, the money had begun to flow. Venture capitalists wanted to invest in the app, but Koum and Acton were hesitant to bring in just anyone. They were serious about doing things their way. There was no advertising. It irritates both co-founders to no end. In fact, this particular point played a significant role in why they left the company years later. In terms of investors, they established contact with Jim Getz of Sequoia Capital. He appeared to best represent their interests and agreed to the terms they set for advertising. Sequoia provided them with $8 million in 2011, followed by $50 million in 2013. The additional funds allowed for further expansion. The company expanded its office space, increased its staff, made critical fixes, added new features, and spread like wildfire. For example, when Facebook acquired WhatsApp in April 2013, the company's user base increased by 265 million. In 2014, Facebook made WhatsApp co-founders an unbeatable offer, $19 billion. While both Koum and Acton worked for Facebook for several years, they eventually left due to issues with advertising and user privacy protection. These were the two guiding principles for the company. Acton stated that he left $850 million on the table during the process. There was clearly some bad blood. Following his departure, he even joined the #DeleteFacebook movement. Although Koum's exit was more friendly, it was also due to disagreements with Acton over core foundational beliefs established under his leadership. Following his departure, WhatsApp co-founder Brian Acton and his wife Tegan founded Wildcard Giving, an umbrella organization for their three charities: Sunlight Giving, Acton Family Giving, and Solidarity Giving. According to Wildcard's website, these organizations support an individual's right to dignity, agency, justice, and self-determination. They collaborate to advance civic values, collective responsibility, and our common humanity. So far, the couple has reduced their net worth while giving back enormously by donating $1 billion to philanthropic causes. Koum also contributes to charitable causes. The Koum Family Foundation, which was founded in 2016, donated $10 million to Stanford University in 2018 and has given tens of millions of dollars to Jewish and Israeli causes. Koum's story is an inspiration for entrepreneurs and business leaders. But more than just a source of inspiration, Koum shows how to grow an innovative startup company. Furthermore, they are a prime example of how to build a business that serves others and has a huge positive impact on the world. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting story.